Today we have here the Samsung's latest iteration of their flagship and possibly the last S series phone. This is the new Galaxy S7 Edge. Without further delay, let's see what's there in for us. Let's take a quick look at the back of the box. It has Qualcomm Snapdragon 820 chip. We have 4GB RAM, 5.5-inch Quad HD screen, 12MP dual pixel rear camera and 5 megapixel front camera. It is waterproof and dust proof. It also has a microSD card slot which Samsung shouldn't have taken out in the first place. Let's go ahead and unbox it. We can see the Samsung changed their boxing style. It's not the wood colored box which we generally see. This has much premium feel to it. Black variant of S7 Edge. Here it is. It feels like a premium high-end phone. We'll go deeper into it. Before that, let's see what else we got in the box. This is manual set and pin for the SIM slot. Many of us will never even open this and I'm gonna ignore it too. Here is the standard Samsung fast charger. And then we have this small object. This is a microSD connector. Basically the idea is you can connect two phones via USB cable and can transfer files, or you can use it for your external storage. It's a nice little thing to have. We have the standard earbuds that comes with the Samsung flagships, which sound pretty average. Nothing fancy here. You can see the Qualcomm sticker here, which means it's powering Snapdragon 820. This is the SIM slot, which Samsung is calling hybrid SIM slot, which means you can keep a second SIM or a microSD card up to 200 gigabytes. Phone looks beautiful from the first glance. Let's fire it up. This is the basic Android setup. Let me skip this part. We have the typical Samsung architecture here. There is a 5 megapixel front facing camera, earpiece and the two sensors. The edge screen is just beautiful from both sides. We have a 3.5mm jack, speaker and just USB, not USB Type-C. I guess it's because of VR, no big deal. They flattened out the fingerprint sensor and it feels nice. We have a glossy back which makes this a fingerprint magnet. I think you may probably want to use a skin for this. Edges on the back are also curved, which makes it comfortable in the hand. Camera bump is a huge improvement. Do you remember the bump on S6 Edge Plus? Well, they certainly flattened it out, not to the surface, but to a level where it will not bother us. The first thing that comes to your mind looking at this phone is display. It's absolutely stunning. Samsung is the undisputed master in the display. Note that I have backed up my apps during the installation, so some of these are not bloatware, but they're my personal apps. To see the colors, let's play a 4K video and see how it looks. Wow, colors are saturated for sure, but this saturation is so pleasing to watch. There you have it. We have a new feature this time called Always On Display. We can toggle this option in the notification bar. It gives you time, date and battery or calendar, or you can place an image. It doesn't take much battery at all. In fact, it took only 8% of my battery for an entire day. Camera is probably the most hyped part of S7, probably due to S6 Edge Plus being one of the best smartphone camera out there. We have different modes like manual or live broadcast and a couple of other modes here. You can shoot in 4K or lower resolution if you want. It can autofocus a tracking object. It can save in RAW format. If you go fully manual, I can say you can get very creative. Front cam with 5MP is decent enough for video calls and selfies. These are some pictures captured with this phone. I like the color in these pictures, they got more detail. For comparison, this is the same pic with S6 Edge Plus, and this is the difference. You can see clearly how superior this camera is to the previous one. Low light photography is good, but if you want a midnight pic, they are just okay. I love this camera overall. It will be my point and shoot camera for my trips. We have the flipboard briefing on the left side, which you can turn it off if you don't like. I can say reading any article on this screen is just a feast to eyes. Text is very sharp. It feels so good. If you are a gamer like me, it's pretty obvious this phone will handle the games very smoothly, but what's exciting is the options they give us while playing the game. You can choose no alerts during the game, maybe if it's a weekend, and let me show the game tools. This orange bubble at the end, when you touch that, you can see the options they give us. You can lock your back and recent keys. You can minimize like multi-window. You can actually screenshot it or record the gameplay. Let's minimize this and see how it works. There you go. You can just keep it aside, do your work, and when you're done, you can just resume back your game. That's it. And let's see how the recording works here. This is the output file of the game recording. The one thing I didn't like is the sound is actually recorded from my speaker of the phone, which is making it not so good on the ears to listen. Keeping that away for a second, look at the graphics. It's a AAA game on a mobile. I think developers can still push a bit, as we now have 64-bit octa-core systems with 4 gigabits RAM. Do you know this is 87,210 times faster clock speed than the computers they used for moon landing? In fact, it can perform instructions 321 million times faster than those computers. That's the power almost each one of us have in our pockets today. Coming back to battery. On a heavy gaming Saturday, it lasted almost 20 hours. If you're a gamer, you'll appreciate this fact. On a normal working day with heavy usage of Reddit or Facebook, it lasted more than 30 hours every time. That's one less thing to worry about. It even charges your phone from 0 to 100 in just 1 hour 40 minutes. Finally, we knew this is water resistant and I want to drop this into a bowl of water for now, though I have many fun ideas later. We cannot hear sound that clearly when it's in the water. This is a good thing to play around with. Just for fun, you can wash your phone under a tap of water if you want. Okay, enough. S7 is awesome, I get it. But how superior it is to S6 Edge Plus? It has almost the same display, minor design differences. Is it really worth the upgrade? Here are my reasons for who want or don't want to buy the S7 Edge. I would say if you have greater than or equal to 3 want to buys, go for it. If you already have greater than or equal to 3 want to buys in your phone, or greater than or equal to 2 don't want to buys, you can drop it. If you ask me to close this review with one final phrase, I would say almost perfect.